y'all? You already know how it goes. It's your boy B back with another video, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, man, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, of course. Make sure you guys follow me at Educated__Hustler on Instagram. I stream on this channel really often, so make sure you guys tune in and turn on your post notifications. And guess what, guys? Guess what? I have a wholesale website where you can buy wholesale electronics, wholesale everything. Okay, everything. As long as you sign up as a wholesaler, you don't need much to sign up as a wholesaler. I don't require any EIN, anything. Okay, all you're doing is giving your name and your email. You can be able to get wholesale pricing, okay, from me. Everything shipped in the US of A from my warehouses, and it all ends up at your front door in 3 days. Okay, so guys, it is healerconnect.com. Check it out, okay? And also, you can, of course, buy courses at IamHustlersMindset.com. All right, so that's enough of the plugins. Now, we're going to talk about something that I think a lot of people need to hear, okay? It needs to be a wake-up call because I recently went through it. You feel like you're failing, okay? You feel like you failed as a reseller. I know a couple people that have. I know a couple people that wanted to be resellers, but they didn't have it in them. Now, let me explain to you what I mean by they didn't have it in them. They didn't want to sit there and have the discipline that it takes with the money that they made. They didn't want to take the time to continue to grind it out, understanding that, listen, it's not showing me the results. I'm not getting anything. Nothing is working for me. Nothing. But they didn't understand that it takes time. They don't understand that, okay, I'm getting results, everything going good, and then boom, everything falls apart. It's because you got too comfortable. You got too comfortable. You stopped doing what works. And see, I think a lot of the times when we fail, just as humans, when we fail, depending on how we were raised and things that we went through, when we fail, we can't take it lightly. Like we take it so hard. So hard. And we don't look at failures as stepping stones to going to new heights. Instead, we look at failures as step downs. Like me failing is me taking a step down. I'm actually getting worse. I'm actually going back. But sometimes we got to go back and move forward. Sometimes we got to realize what we aren't so that we can fix it in order for us to go to this next level. Sometimes we got to understand that what we are doing and the success that we're getting is not what we're meant to be. What we're meant to get more. We're meant to get more. So if you're watching this and you're somebody that has failed at flipping phones, failed at reselling electronics, failed at having a 9-to-5 and you just got fired, I don't care what it is. I want you to understand something. That fail word, it has a negative stigma on it. But guess what? Failing is great. See, the only time failing becomes horrible is when you let failing define you. When you let the fact that you failed stop you from trying. You see? The only reason why it feels so good when we're successful is because we failed multiple times. And I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know if you need to hear it or somebody next to you need to hear it. But you failing at anything is great because it always lets you know that you're an unfinished product. See, the problem is when you got to start worrying is when you feel like, well, dang, I don't have nothing else to do. Everything, that's when you need to start worrying because you're getting too complacent, because there's always something to do. It's always something to get better at. It's always something to rebuild to make it better. It's always another structure. It's always another door. It's always another obstacle. But we don't let obstacles stop us. Obstacles, they get in the way and we get over them. We jump over them. We don't let anything stop us. So if you're in this business and you feel like, listen, man, I'm done with it, because I wanted a quick profit and it didn't give it to me, done with it, good, because this ain't for you. This is for the person that knows how to invest in themselves and lost bread, lost money, but understands that they lost money because of them. It wasn't the product. It wasn't the product. It was you. It was your work ethic. It was the way that you were marketing it. It was the place that you were putting it. It was the people you were following. It's the tendencies that you have that are not allowing you to make it better. So I want you to understand there is a difference between failing and reconstructing. And the person that sees this video and clicked on it, you're meant to reconstruct. You're not failing. You didn't fail. It was a sign to go back to the drawing board to understand what you got to do better. And it's nothing bad or worse or horrible or terrible or scary about going back to the board. If I turn this camera around, you'll see that I went back to the board today. I went back to the board and I wrote down everything that I need to do today. I do it every day. Everything I need to do, everything I didn't do, how I'm going to fix it, how I'm going to get the things done that I need to do today. Because if I don't write this down, I'm going to fail. I'm going to become worse. And me failing doesn't define me, but me failing and knowing that I could have made it better, that's for me to hold. That's for me to hold. If I don't hold myself accountable and I don't write my stuff down, that's for me to hold. That's for me to fix. That's for me to say, hey, listen, I am the problem. So if you failed or you didn't do good or you didn't go up to your expectations on reselling, I want you to understand it's your fault. You're the problem. It is not something you can't fix. It's something that you got to be willing to fix. You can't sit there and give up on yourself. And if you are giving up on yourself, you're not meant to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs fail every single day, 24/7, okay? Over and over and over again. You get so many failures and little successes. Little failures equals a lot of successes, which equals not an entrepreneur. Somebody that I guess works a 9-to-5 that is acting like they're running a company, working for Joe Schmo, and just living a happy, hunky-dory life. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, failures are going to be big. They're not going to be little. They're not going to be minute. It's going to be huge failures, huge problems, huge ups and downs. Times where you just want to cry. Times when you just want to give up. Times when you can't pay the rent. Times when you have to put this money aside. You can't pay a bill because you got your business that need this and need that. It's going to be times, and you got to understand this right now, the point that you're at right now is the point to where you define who you are. You define if you're made for this. So the fact of I failed and I didn't know. I told my friend a couple years ago, I said, you want to know why I'll never fail? He said, how? Why? I said, I never fail because I'll never stop trying. I'll never give up. The only time somebody's going to say that I gave up is when I'm in the casket. But as long as I got breath in my body, strength in my muscles, I'm working. I'm working on what I believe in. Because I want this as bad as I want to take the next breath. I want this more than I want anything. And what is this, right? I'm going to tell y'all what I want. It's bigger than a reselling company. It's bigger than me sitting there flipping phones. It's bigger than me flipping stuff on MERCARI. It's bigger than me flipping electronics. It's bigger than YouTube. It's bigger than Instagram. Bigger than TikTok. You want to know what I want? I want generational wealth. That's what I want. I want to die eventually, right? And I want to still live, though. I want to die, but I want my efforts to still live. See, a lot of people, they slave at these companies. Well, when they die, all they do is get replaced. Nobody just remembers you. Because, see, you didn't work hard enough to put your imprint. See, it doesn't, somebody got to be the sacrifice. Somebody got to be that person to start the train on this generational wealth. And that's going to be me. By any means necessary. And that's going to be you. By any means necessary. But first, we got to get rid of this word or this thought, not the word, the thought of, I failed. I failed. I failed. No. We cannot give that word, that power. We can't. So you didn't fail. You didn't fail. You're just reconstructing. And I can't wait to see what you're about to build. I cannot. So like always, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and I cannot wait. Hit me up on Educatedhustler on Instagram. DM me, man. Let me know what's up. Because you about to come back. You about to come back. No kizzy. I'll see you guys later, man. Peace.